man, just thinking about stuff. Alright, so,
maybe we can fix the bridge from down there? Did something. Think.
I'm dead. I'm not going to talk about anything existential because all this stuff seems to run into... That's what my fear is that I'll start talking about a video game and then the topic that I talk about is going to be talked about on the video game. And then I get really nervous and potential questions for like 45 minutes. Like, did I know that it was going to say that, and I just said that as a thing? Have I played this game before and not known it? Sort of thing, like that. That whole series of questions that are existential because of the fact that I know I haven't played the game before. I saw the game on a trailer and I dreamt about what it actually might be, and if it goes along those lines, it's not because of me being clairvoyant or anything like that, or lack thereof, obviously. It's more along the lines of I get deja vu a lot, so just a thought, I guess. I do. I think I get deja vu a lot, and it
Okay, so that did something. Think. Not ready. Stay down.
We do not belong here.
Wait, combined together like that, they kind of look like a room. It doesn't make sense.
Come, back to the boat.
What's that?
So
It's sad the elves can't work things out. Alfheim's such a beautiful place, but war makes it ugly.
You see with the eyes of a child. Oh, we will finish that later.
Father, the pillars and ring form an elvish rune.
What does it ask?
Without me or within me, death is sure. Yet within you, I am life most pure. Yep, it's water, all right.
Boy!
It was the voices again, but different voices. Less angry. They were asking for help.
We are here for the light. I do not care who they are, nor what they want.
You never care about anything.
You have something to say?
No. Luger. What's happening? Whoa! Look what we found! Father?
Yes.
The voices I heard. It was hard to make out. But way in the back, I'm pretty sure I heard Mother.
That is not possible.
But I know what I heard.
Atreus, enough.
He looks different. Look at those horns.
Behind me, boy.
That can't be good. Tell me when. Fire behind you! Mother, you're almost dead!
Keep it up!
with the hard stars and horseshoes, there's a freaking supposed to be a freaking. Oh, it sucks. There we go. Alright,
Ready, folks? One more to go.
alright. Good times. They have no items. So, I smoke on camera. I eat too.
Stay away from those cages.
Wonder why they're locked up.
Be ready.
What? Hope that was worth it.
So I'm gonna see if I can come up with a topic at some point. Alright, so let's talk about a topic. Alright, I gotta do this like this. Okay. I'm gonna get it right here. And then I have to run it like this. There we go. Yeah. Smarty. Smart me. So let's see here. Other than what people believe in and think about, I may be like different in thinking a lot. Although, man, there are a lot of different things that people believe that I just don't know about. And that's always what I'm afraid of, I guess. I'm afraid of the,
Hit ya!
There have been many times that that I've seen like past a problem, I guess, and not really seen past it, but how's it going, viewer? I'm just currently texting someone something. But if you were a billionaire, um, or if you were a billionaire at all, or if you had enough money to be able to do something with about like the hurt and the craziness that happens in the world, or help, I guess, anything that goes on in this world, would you like what would you do? Like would you start up charities? Would you try to stop crime? Would you try to stop gentrification? Would you help people keep their houses? Would you invest in education? Would you do a bunch of different stuff? Would you help with student loans? What would you do? So you can message me on the board. So if you want to, but I would stop things from happening like Myanmar ever again. I'd make sure that I could go into governments and make sure that the people who are corrupt or the people who are acting corrupt and unjust, I'd see to it that they don't have any power to be able to move in on governments that are vulnerable, and that's probably what I would do if I was a billionaire. I'd make sure that stuff like Myanmar and a bunch of different other injustices and around the world wouldn't happen. And like basically if you it's kind of like the whole question where if you were into time travel, or if you went into time travel, would you kill Hitler, or would you kill a world leader that did many unjust things or something like that, or would you stop someone from even being born or something like that? I mean, granted, the whole Nazi Party was kind of guilty in the entire sentencing thing. So like it's in retrospect, I think the leaders don't really do that much except give orders. And the most I see a lot of different people who see under them, with they have to align with along with their or they have to, they basically brainwash someone into being the whole Manchurian Candidate kind of thing, where they, but it's like instead of like taking out someone who was trying to do something terrible or something good, they put them in office and try to control them and their decisions that they make, basically trying to align it along with what some people think that that a country needs or anything like that. That's basically terroristic acts. But I try to stop them having overhauls on different governments and being able to let the people make the decisions themselves. And that's basically what I would do if I was a billionaire. So if you were a billionaire, single viewer, what would you do? If you don't want to, I would be like not as someone for hire or anything like that, but I mean, I'd have to make money at it, or maybe just natural goods and resources that I could share with people. But but if I was a billionaire, or if I became a billionaire, oh shit, I gotta get this dude away from here, and get these dudes away from here. Okay, he's basically doing that, so. Dang it. Dang it, I did the wrong button. That's pretty tight. Alright. See if we can do this different thing. Let's see, where's the, is that a symbol right there?
Atreus, to me.
Alright, so, but yeah, if you were a billionaire, if you were able to do the things you really wanted to do, to make sure that,
Think that side hallway will get us to the temple?
We will find out.
alright.
You were wrong back there.
Oh,
I know Mother's voice better than anyone. It was her.
she is gone, boy. Speak no more of this.
Fine.
Okay. So, if you had the power to be able to do different things in the world and create good or manipulate situations to where you could do well with something or have a situation come out positive for everyone involved, if there is no one that is manipulative enough, or I guess, or if there is no one that is manipulative in the way. But I mean, there's always that whole like thing you look at in the basic structure of
Hold on, boy! Fight!
Get away from me!
Run, boy!
Awesome. So realize that, like, if you had enough money to be able to do a bunch of different stuff in your life, and you really wanted to make sure that you could do something, like you really wanted to make sure that you could help people and help like underprivileged people or help people who just don't have it all together, I guess. Would you invest in becoming a supplemental force to be able to create change? Would you stop crime or injustices that happen in the world? And basically, the reason why a lot of people get mad over things that other people are like, "Wow, that's not important."
Speak no more of this.
It is usually, and most of the time, I guess I see the more I see a variable interest in people who want to change things. And what would you change? Like, how would you change the world? Basically, and through a bunch of different So, what would you do? And you can leave it in the comments too if you want to of this video. So, like, just think about that for like 2 seconds. If you had what you had, or had what you wanted, had what you needed from this world, and you were able to take care of whoever you wanted to, be the person you really wanted to be, or just save people on a daily basis, what would you do? How would you do it? And creating that change, what would that do for everyone else involved?
Doesn't work anymore.
What would you find yourself doing eventually?
Hey, you sure the witch is okay? I'd hate to... Okay.
And also putting more into the side of overhaul. What would you do? Like set up different things, or I mean, it's a good topic. I would stop crimes. I would literally stop crimes, injustices, stuff like that from happening. Because no matter how much money there is, there's always going to be...
Right.
Expect resistance.
Right.
There's always going to be that that part of yourself, and I farted just now. There's always going to be that part of yourself that thinks that or there's going to be that part of someone that thinks that that the life that Oh, that's what I gotta do it. Okay, so do you believe in that kind of stuff? Do you believe that if you were a billionaire, or you made $1 billion, or your business hit $1 billion mark, you'd be able to either change something or be there for someone that needs it? Or do you think that's not enough?
Almost there.
You find its weak point.
Need more time.
Alright. Stone Ancient are probably the reason why I'm not doing anything. It's been 39 minutes into my second stream. I'm gonna see if I can do more stuff. What would you do? Would you invest in education, or would you realize that people can educate themselves? Or would you do a bunch of different stuff? Would you even not even go into the college thing? Because I know that there's a lot of people who hate college and don't want to go there, like me. I don't like college. I want to go there for certifications, but I'm not going to go there to get a bachelor's degree. I mean, I want to get a bachelor's degree, but I mean, I also know that I want to kind of change society in a certain way to be able to make sure that I can, because my mom had a really tough time getting a bachelor's degree, and I think she has some college now. I'm not sure if she has her bachelor's degree yet. But yeah, there was a big part of what I think people don't understand about what is it, the real problems that face everyone. Like to get an education, sometimes people just need to survive, you know. And that's what I would do. I would stop things like Myanmar and a bunch of different things, because I mean, you can make money off of people who are good and want a new kind of order in present times of danger and stuff like that, and want to fix the injustices of the world. There are people that say that there are ways to fix injustices that you don't have to pick up a gun or put down a pen. Yeah, but there are also ways that you can fix injustices that people that people never look at, and then 10,000 people die, or 600,000 in the 90s. That's it's something that I think people don't reinvest in nowadays. Sometimes they say, well, look, we're creating the things and the benchmarks of the things that will happen tomorrow. But I mean, like there are ways to be able to be like, there are things that you should be like, wow, we need to take care of this now, you know? Like, we need to not just take out the fucked up person who's in power, but reestablish a government so that people can actually stay there, and so it doesn't become a ghost town, you know? Realizing, yes, that I'm petting a cat right now. Realizing, yes, there are like so many different ways to be able to make sure that that you can create a better tomorrow for everyone, and realize that like, just, like the basics of selling that sand, you know? Sell that sand. People need sand in other parts of the world. Sell that sand. It's good for creating vegetation and stuff like that. That's the cat. Sell that sand, you know? The cat's cool. So, that's the question to yourself. Envision yourself being a billionaire, understanding the connotations and the annotations of just having a lot of money, and then what would you do with all that money? What would you do with a lot of that money? And realize that you're freaking on your way, man. Like, they're on their way. Like, they're gonna. Your opportunity is on your way, you know? Your opportunity is there, and all you need to do is sometimes just think about where you need to be in life, and be there for yourself, and be there for other people, because the realization of fact that, and not assume the worst, but in the same sense, to protect themselves, they shouldn't just be a sociable person. They should be protected as well, you know? Like, those are my connotations on a perfect society. Society that protects itself, but also reinvents itself, and makes sure that it doesn't keep with those same vocal like if you go down Bourbon Street, you'll see a bunch of gay dudes, and it's like, okay, that's great, that's cool, that's like, it's awesome to me, because it's just, I know that there are people out there that just, like, they don't like the whole nightlife of most decadence festivals and stuff like that, and they think that that's happening that way 24/7, and that's like, just to stop that whole like whole experience from happening, the whole like, ooh wee new one. Got him. So, just realize that there are people out there that just have no concept of what the money or what any money could do for them.
You find its weak points.
Oh, that's shitty, man. The Stone Ancient is really hard to beat. I'm at 48 minutes again. Or, yeah. And, still asking the same question. If you were a billionaire, if you were absolute billionaire, like, if you made $1 billion, what would you do to be able to accept and to help and to guide the world to a utopic freaking meaning or a utopic place, you know? Heaven on earth. That's what I would try to create. And I would try my best to be able to see past people's shortcomings as well. Because people get out of jail one day, you know? No matter what they did. Whether they're dead when they get out or when they get a reduced sentence and they're 78 or 3 to 4 years from now and you don't even know who they are. And what do you do? Like, there's so many different situations to contemplate if you had the choice to be able to create a business and to create something that had a lasting effect on people and on people that need it and really wanted something to do, you know? Where would that come from? Where would that life force? Where would that go? Or where would you put that? You know? So realize that and you are your own one-person bomb squad. You can defuse situations that happen, and if you had $1 billion, then you could do it a lot easier. Be yourself, and I do beg the people of the world who are the 1%ers, don't just give all you have. Create kindness. Because no matter how much money you have, no matter how much time you have, there's always someone that could try to take that away. And not always, but there is usually. And the more you live, the more you breathe, the more you see that sometimes money doesn't solve everything. And sometimes people don't want your help. But your guidance is something that if you have experience in, can bring the light or an enlightenment to everyone and everything. So thank you, viewer, for showing support. Have a good day, and I'm Joe Bomb Squad. Have a good day, and be yourself.